So I found a type core that I think is better than our traditional type cores, and it's this. It's Flying, Dragon, and Steel. And the chart works something like this. Flying is weak to Electric, but Electric is resisted by Dragon, so this resistance or weakness is covered. Similarly, Flying is weak to Rock, but Rock is resisted by Steel. And the unique thing about this is that every single weakness is covered by some resistance. Now, Steel is spread a little bit thin, but overall, this is quite a good type core, and it's the only one I've found where every weakness is covered. Now we can compare this to something like Fairy Dragon Steel, which is also quite a good type core, but it is weak to ground. Ground is not covered, and that's what this pink outline means. And so a ground type can hit everything in this team for at least neutral damage, and it can hit steel for double damage. And here we have the two type cores side by side. We can see they're quite similar in a lot of ways, except of course, this one has a ground weakness, and this one doesn't have any uncovered weaknesses. And we find a very similar thing with Fire, Grass, and Rock, where the only uncovered types are Rock, which is weak to fighting, and Fire, which is weak to Rock. Now, this does have two uncovered types, which is worse than both of our previous cores, but it is still actually better than our Fire, Water, Grass core, where we're weak to Rock, Flying, and Poison, all of which are uncovered. Now, Rock in particular is somewhat mitigated by the fact that both Water and Grass do 2 times damage to Rock, but overall it does still have more weaknesses and I think worse offensive coverage than Fire, Rock, and Grass. Now we have the type cores for Psychic, which we have Psychic, Dark, and Fighting, this is the commonly known one, and Psychic, Fighting, and Steel, which is the less commonly known one. This one isn't great because it has 3 weaknesses in Fire, Ground, and Ghost, but this one really has 3 weaknesses too, because while it's only weak to Fairy and Flying, it doubles up on that Fairy weakness with no resistance for it. So these are about equally as good as each other. This one is the one that the computer thinks is better, but this one is the one that I think is better. And finally, we have Water Ground Bug, which is a bit of an abnormal type combination, but it only has one uncovered weakness in Flying, and none of the types are spread too far out. This is actually probably my favorite because it's the most unlike any other type coverage I've seen, and it does double damage against 9 types, which is very good, though most of that offensive prowess comes from Ground and Bug, which hit a combined 7 types for super effective damage.